Hello everyone, this is Engineer Vakas. In today's video, I'm going to guide you people the professional level understanding of Primavera P6 project planning control and how you can use this tool and from very scratch, from very basic level, you can understand it. It doesn't matter you have experience or not, but you are going to understand each and everything which industry demands from you, right? You can pass planning engineer job interviews, you can find remote job roles as a planning engineer using Primavera P6. In US Europe market is full of demand for planners and schedulers, and even after understanding this complete tool you can find jobs in Gulf region as well. So let's start what we are going to cover in this today's 45 minutes video. I'm going to teach you how to work like a pro on Primavera P6. We will practice construction project during this case study, project and Primavera P6 basic settings, how you have to do all of these things. We will learn project scope loading, that is very important thing, how to load activities within Primavera P6, how to develop different kind of project milestones and time management and critical path method development, resources and cost loading, and then resource assignment, generate project S curves, project reporting, and how to set up our baseline and submission process. That is our today's goal. As a planning engineer, this is complete package. So don't miss any moment because it is going to change your job career, right? So I assume that you are going to stay focused and I'm going to add much more easy to go concept so that this video is going to help you to transform your career. Before getting into the detail, I would request you people to subscribe this channel so that in future if I make any video which is relevant to this skill set, you can find that link on time. So let's start how to work like a professional on Primavera P6. So right now I'm on my Primavera P6 dashboard, but we have to start from the scratch level. You can find another video right above. There is a link how to set up the installation within Primavera P6 within your computer, right? So that video is going to guide you. Right after installation you can find your dashboard like this way, right? So first of all you have to create your first EPS. What does mean by EPS? Enterprise project structure. I will give you an example. Anytime you are going to download any file from computer, any song, any movie, computer is going to ask you which pathway you want to adopt, like where you want to place this file. So same Primavera P6 is going to ask you when you are going to create any file. I have customized all these departments EPS enterprise project structures, right? So how to set up your EPS, right? I hope you are excited to create your first EPS. So it's same like folders, different kind of departments, right? So I have to click on this enterprise project structure. Just you need to click on this add button. Once you are going to click on this one, you have to add over here the abbreviations like civil, electrical, mechanical, something like that, and put up the full sent phrase over here like manufacturing, energy, renewable energy. I will show you the full detailed one over here. Once you are going to do this one, the same newly generated EPS will be showing up over here, something like that. Job is done. Now, every time when you're going to work on Primavera P6, you need to set up a new file for your project. Right now, you can see multiple Primavera P6 based projects I have already created. Yes, in Primavera P6, you can generate 100 of projects, but you need to create their separate files. So how to do that one? It will require certain steps, but it is very easy. So this is, you can see a toolbar menu where you can find different kind of commands. Right now, some of them are not active. Why? Because we are not on any project right now. So we have to follow file. You can find here, and there is a new. Just click on this one. It is very easy. Once you are going to click on this new, you can find here a pop-up window, right? EPS, Enterprise Project Structure. Once you are going to click on this EPS, like this is the same department you have created, right? like I can click over here, newly generated department or any existing one. Like in my specific situation, I can go for renewable energy or engineering and construction, and I can just click like this one. It will be selected. It means my file has been placed within this EPS. Click on this next. Now my contract documents will provide me the legal name of this project. Let's say I'm going to write here building construction project because that is my case study. So I'm going to assume a certain name like building construction project, and here I'm going to put up the full name building construction project, right? So like this way. Next, like it's already existing in my data, right? So I can just put here the like 0 or the 7 just to make it unique. Next, again I have to consult with my contract documents that when my project is going to start and when it is going to finish. So this time I have to click on this three dotted area, and I can just look here that which is exact date. Let's say my project is going to start from 22nd of October. So I'm going to click over here, and then finish date same way. But in most cases, we prefer not to put any finish date over here. There is a reason actually. So I'm going to keep it open and next, and then there is a responsible manager, keep it as it is. Then rate type, what kind of this term you want to use within your project. This is standard rate. Next, and congratulations, you have made a new project, and you can click on this finish. So now if you remember where you have placed your project, that's fantastic. But otherwise you can click Control F, find this. You can use this command Control F, or you can go for engineering and construction. Like if I can go like this one, Control F. Okay, and my project was BC, building construction project. Find next, or I can write here building construction, right? Building construction project. I can go like this way. See, it has landed me exactly on the same file which has been created just a moment ago. I can click over here and open project. And as soon as I'm going to click over here, it will take me from this window to here. See the activities window. Within activities window, it is showing me that new project file has been created. Like, now I have to load it with my data, right? So now what I need to do, I have to go step by step. Here, our different kind of meetings gonna happen, like my project management team, my consultant, client are gonna sit together. There are exchange of documentations, and there are many things which are going to help us to grow like a planner. If you are working as a freelancer, remote job kind of guy, then here you need to negotiate with your client, and whatever the person out there who's authorized to provide you all the instructions, you need to ask certain documents like your contractual milestones, right? This is the first thing, so that you can take that. And this is also very important thing from the perspective of job interview. If you are going out there for planning engineer and you are going to start that work, they are going to ask you what kind of documents you're going to help you to make that schedule, right? Contractual milestones, it mean contract in which everything is detailed, when project is going to start, and what are the design milestone, payment methods. Then there is BOQ, bill of quantities, right? Then there is design kind of drawings. If you are good enough to read about all those drawings, then yes, it is going to help you a lot. And then quantity surveyor, you have to conduct some meetings with your quantity surveyors, right? And then ultimately you have to, if you are working on oil and gas or some other projects, you need WBS templates, like what you are going to segregate your project, or how. So every time as a planner, whenever you are going to work or develop a schedule or plan, after every step you need to consult with your client and consultant and get approval that is it right or not. These are the steps you need to keep in your mind. So now I'm going to take you certain documents which are going to help you, that how they look like and how you can take the guidelines. So here we have a BOQ of a building construction project, such kind of document, which is actually derived from the detailed engineering design, right? When building was designed, from that design, quantity surveyor is going to help you to draw or prepare such kind of document, which is going to call BOQ, bill of quantities. Here is the column which is work description, right? As per the designer, what exact the work you have to carry out. These are the unit of measures, rates, their total quantities, and ultimately the cost, right? So the total building construction cost is $9.165 million, right? So now from this document you are supposed to create higher level deliverables, like your designing team, how they're going to work. This is actually the very simplest template I'm going to share with you, like designing and engineering, foundation, structures, mechanical, MEP work, right? And further you need contract and all that. So here is red book, construction book. You should be very good in that one, because from this book you're gonna get the guidelines that as per this specific project, what kind of clauses you need to follow. As you know, these are the legal bindings which you need to follow as per the particular conditions and all that, right? So these are the important things. And here we are on Primavera P6. The first thing what you need to do, you have to create a specific window of WBS. WBS is actually your project smaller parts, which are project management guidelines, that you have to create that building into different kind of components. If I can share you BOQ again, on the column B, I have divided my building into foundation or footings, columns, beams, and then all these things within column B. And further, these WBS are different kind of categories will filled with these detailed, which will be called as activities. That is my project management template. So how to do that one within Primavera P6? So here we are, project. The second very important thing, I request you people to just note down these things on your planning diary, right? It is gonna take 40 minutes more, but I want you people to learn maximum things out of this thing, right? So click this one, WBS. This is gonna open a new window for me, right? So this is work breakdown structure. And within this work breakdown structure, I'm going to make different parts of my project or different phases. I'm going to click on this add button, and here we are. We are going to make it design and engineering, okay? And here we are going to add up all of these things. Then there is foundation or footings, whatever. I can add foundation, whatever raft foundation is there. Then again I'm going to click on this add, and we are going to add over here structures, right? Then we are going to add over here as per this template, right? You can find the guidelines, and it should be approved by client and consultant, right? Then mechanical, electrical, or plumbing works, I'm going to add over here one more time. And there is MEP work, right? Along with that, I can, under MEP I should take this one. This yellow color is another level, elevator, HVAC, plumbing. Okay, so I'm going to add further. I will break MEP, not main project. So this is level 2, right? So this is elevator, and the second one is HVAC. So this is parent child logic, right? So HVAC, and then there is a plumbing work, add, and this is plumbing or piping works, right? So actually this is the parent, these all are the child's first level child, these are the grandchild for this one, but the first child for this one. You understand, this is the hierarchy, the family tree, right? The same thing, these branches should be there. And then further you can see the template, how to create it. Once you've done it, just submit it to the client or consultant or your immediate hiring authority, so that higher authority, so that they can approve and you can proceed. That is the procedure. Otherwise, if you're going to make all of these things all of once, then people can make some, pinpoint the things, then you make bigger reworking, right? So I have personally giving consultancy to different kind of US based companies over there in Texas and all that. So they have something, I have personally experienced that thing, right? So that's what I'm guiding you people through my experience. So then exterior finishes and further breakdown into these things, right? So that is how you are going to break down your complete project. As soon as you are going to develop all of your WBS and you got it right, third level WBS can be level 4, level 5, it depends on the detail requirement of your project, right? So you can see the magic, the WBS will be showing in the activities window like this way. Different colors are showing different levels actually, right? And this is, if you are stuck over here, let me share with you, I will just try to teach you how to create this WBS, right? And this is showing over here within WBS. If you look like your WBS look like this one, it means it is not in the standard format. So what you need to do, you have to click on this area, specific this area. Once you are going to click, it will be descending or ascending, and then it will activate the hierarchy, right? So this hierarchy is activated. What is the benefit of this hierarchy? You can move everything up, down, you can change their order, you can change their logic by the help of these shifting arrows which are present on my right hand side. You understand? So these are the basic things you need to understand whenever you are going to work on WBS window, right? And after that, what you need to do, the next thing, you have to, step by step, right? So I'm going to click on activities, I'm going to guide you the basic settings. The second thing, go into the enterprises, add the company team over here, click on this add button, and here we are. All your organogram, the company, like CEO should be on top, Ramesh, XYZ, Adnan, Joseph, Ali, whatever the people. The reporting person should be subordinate of this one. See, something like that. And how to do this one? Click on this add button and make these shifting arrows up, down, and subordinate are independent. Something is very, very easy to do. Simple, right? And once you do this one, go into the WBS and you decide that, okay, this designing is the responsibility of which engineer. Just right click over here, WBS details, go to in the journal data, and here's the responsible manager for designing. Who is going to look after this designing and all that? Maybe this Mr. Ramesh, Mr. This guy, Mr. Adnan, and like this one. See, so these are already assigned in this way, simple way, right? OBS create, after that assign to the concerning WBS, simple to go. Then the second important thing, before you are going to load the further things, is very important to click on this admin. And first thing, admin preferences, there are many things given over here, but at this moment you have to select your industry. If it is not selected, just go engineering and construction as per your industry. Click this close and this is done. Then again click on this admin, the second time admin categories. The important point at this time you need to carry out is to click here unit of measure. If I remind you BOQ, there was a column of unit of measurement, and one time you have to take care about all those units and click on this add button and add all those units one time only over here. So later on you can utilize them. That is the second important thing. Close this one and then again click on this admin. Once you are going to click on this one, currency, in which country you are working right now. If you are working in US, okay, that's already given, that's great. But if you are working in some other country but currency of that country is not given, click on this add button and follow the instructions. Like currency ID should be there, the name of that currency, the symbol, and the exchange rate if you want to put that exchange rate, right? So close this one, and after that go to edit, user preferences, and then currency, and define that currency over here like in Japanese or whatever. Like if I can go for Saudi Arabian Riyal or Emirates Dirham, something like that, okay, go for that and select that one. It's very easy to go, right? And after that I need to see my company how they are going to provide me the process, the design and engineering. One by one, we can go and we can add the activities, because that is the template of my project. So you can see over here, if I can find the template given by my company, that design, building, addition, all these activities will be filled, right? This data I have to sit with my company senior management team. At this stage, we have to take these guidelines in that way. Either already our company has done any project, we can take that benchmarking as a tip, right, from that other project, or I can consult with my senior management that how I need to fill this WBS with the activities, what are the specific steps we need to add to follow that complete design and all that, right? So see, in this other foundation, these are the site oriented activities we are going to perform on site area. So these will become activities. So at this moment, I'm going to make it Control C, and then I'm going to make over here, see, and right now I will click on this add button and one activity will be added, and I will make Control V over here, right? So as soon as you are going to add this activity, you can find the duration by default, the activity, whatever the date I have selected during the creation of this file will be allocated over here as per this duration. And then there is no more, over here. So I have to time scale this, what I have done. So this is actually time scale area, because Primavera P6 interface has been divided into two categories: bar chart area with certain columns and timeline area with certain bars. Every activity is going to carry some bars equivalent to the given duration, and every WBS is going to carry certain black bar. We can also customize all of these things, don't worry, I'm going to guide you step by step, right? So make sure that you are focused one, okay? So then the next activity, again I would click over here, add, and here we are the second activity, and so we are going to add all of these things, right, like this way. Either you can take assistance from any of your juniors like this, see, click on this add on top right corner and like this way. And again I am going to add, there is one more method to automatically import all of these activities. Right now you can see link above over there on my right now on the top of the video, and you can just learn how automatically you can import all of these activities within Primavera P6. But before that, you must know how to make it in manual way. There are many things you can do better with manual way as well, right? Because when you are a good basic learners, you should go by manual way, right? So that later on you should work on these smart tips and all that, right? So here the last activity, and this is actually explaining the process, that how we are going to achieve that WBS, because WBS is going to explain the target, what we are supposed to achieve. But these simple activities are going to help you to guide your team, the complete project team stakeholders, that how, what are the simple steps we are going to cover, right? And we are going to take get that target, right? Step of small action, this is a complete procedure or process identification. The same thing, foundations, what are the activities we need to add, and one by one we are going to add these activities. Simply, people who are working on site area, you just visit YouTube and see how foundations are being developed, are constructed practically on site area. Just see those videos if you are not familiar with site preparation work, right? What is excavation? So these all things are taken from BOQ, because in BOQ it is given that how foundation is prepared. See, layout and marking. First of all, you are going to excavation, leveling, termite proofing, PCC. So all these things are derived from the design. Designer has already, and this is the procedure, that is how foundation will be constructed. Then columns, this all procedure. So with QS, you are going to sit and define or convert these long work descriptions into simple activities and load that into Primavera P6. Make sure these things should be in the sequence, right? So you can bulk load your activities within respective WBS, like I have done already. Site preparation, excavation, all these activities will be aligned on Excel with the help of different kind of people, and then further you can load within Primavera P6. There are two ways: one is manual and other one is automatic, which I have already shared the link, right? And so further on, we need to understand as a planner and scheduler, like we are going to start this job career, so we need to familiar with basic settings. So this dashboard setting is very important. Like I should have activity ID, activity name, duration, what kind of columns I should include in this basic dashboard. So for that reason, I have to click on this view. I need to extend this one, and here we are, like columns. The column is very customizable, and we have plenty of options to add many more other columns. Like if I need any column from cost perspective, like if later on we are going to add any cost and we want to show it on my major dashboard interface like this one, and this is how it is going to be shown up over here. And if there is any unnecessary column, I can just click and kick it out like this way, make it apply, and that's done. Right, so that is how you can customize your basic level of columns. So that is also one thing I want to make focus a few people over here. This is the basic layout of the columns, right? The second way, you can just right click over here and you need to understand the time scale. Right now you can see different colors, doesn't matter, we need to settle it later on, don't worry at all. So this window is gonna show up, right? So how you need to, you can make the different templates of timeline, like you can switch it to the calendar, you can show on the basis of quarterly basis like this way, you can show on the yearly basis like this way, right? And you can change in between whatever given over here, right? If I can go for the week of the year, and we can go like this way. It depends on you, whatever format you need, you can just switch it to by using this kind of command, right? So after setting your major dashboard, which is called Gantt chart. Gantt chart is basically the combination of activity table and this time bar chart area. Now after this, very important thing, you need to set or save this layout. Click on this view, layout, and then further save layout as your basic layout. What is the benefit of establishing or developing different kind of layouts within Primavera P6? Because you need to add many other columns based on your cost. Let me show you one thing quickly, that I have many other layouts over here. So I'm going to take you through this one. See, this is my critical path method layout. If I'm going to click, you can find different kind of columns. There are many cost-based layouts. Like if I can double click, and you can see there are labor cost, non-labor, and all that. So it is quickly going to switch from one kind of layout to another, which is going to help us a lot while working on some professional project, right? So I'm getting back to my original basic layout. So here we are, and you can see like this one. So it is going to make a very easy one single click switch, and I'm going to change the layout, the complete information. But for that facility, we need to already manage all those layouts. We need to add those template oriented bars, timeline, format, segments, and columns as well, right? So these are the basic things you can handle over here. After this, before getting into any further planning and scheduling, you need to deal with the calendars. Here, enterprises, you can click and you can find calendars. Just click on this one, and you can find many other columns, right? And randomly, if you want to develop any column, just click on this add button. After that, click on this green addition symbol, and one customizable calendar will be developed over here. Just name it as per your project name, right? Just to tag it, that which one you have CCBA. Just this is my project name, and I can just see that where it is gone. So here alphabetically it is shifted like this way, modify, and I can just settle over here that there is total work hour per day, detailed work hours per day. So that is how I can click work week. I can settle here that, okay, Monday 12 hours, my shift on the site area 12 hours, Wednesday 12 hours, Thursday is 12 hours, and then Friday is 6 hours half day, Saturday again there is 12 hours, and Sunday is off, right? So the way I'm going to put here per day, you can see that Sunday is off, every other day is 12 hours, Friday is 6 hours. Time periods you can settle, like per day 12 hours working, then multiply with per day, per week number of days, then monthly, and then yearly basis. Further, if there are gazetted holidays, any national holiday, any festival, you can just click on this 21st August and non-work, 22 and non-work, so that Primavera P6 can pick it up automatically and just make those work weekdays off as the festivals. Because as a human rights contract will be announcing this thing, that Independent Day, Labor Day, these things should be, our days should be off, right? So we are going to inform to Primavera P6. But if I'm going to click over here, detailed work hours per day, this switch to this button is going to provide me the information that how I can manage my complete day, right? Like I will share you work week, and here from Monday to Saturday, I can, exclude Friday, because Friday is like 6 hours. So I'm just using the button shift and control. I hope you can understand. So then I can make like this one work. I can make these kind of customizations in between. Like if there is any tea break, like non-work half hour, and then there is work, and there is lunch break like at 2 p.m. like this one for 1 hour, something like that. You can manage your complete week, complete day design as well, right? So that is very easy to go and just okay and close this one. Now after this, you have to assign this calendar to your project. So you need to add one column. So from here you go to general, you just activated your columns. Here is a calendar, just move it to the side. This is first step. Okay, you can see that till now your project is not picking up the same project calendar which you have just customized. This is your project calendar. Just select this one, and then like top activities should be assigned manually. But if you have 1000 activities manually one by one, it will take a lot of time. So there's a shortcut. Move down, down, and down till last activity, to which extent you want to assign this, and keep pressing shift button on your Primavera P6. Here we are. Okay, keep your cursors in between this column, not here, not here, because this is a special feature I'm going to implement, fill down. It will get the information from this feature that I need to fill down the same data which is being assigned to the top level activity. So see, every activity is following the same thing. After that, I can go into file, refresh data. Every WBS now going to follow the same thing. See, same thing. Before it was actually stuck, but now it's okay. Okay, so that is all. You can just kick it out again after assignment is done. I don't need calendar anymore. Apply, and then okay. Now after that, we are supposed to implement the strategy, the dependency model, right? Like we need to link up all our activities within our work packages or WBS. Like this work is going to done. I can give you an example. When site preparation is going to done, then we are going to start excavation. After that, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So this is called linking of activities. Let me tell you how to do this thing. So if within activity, what we need to do, we have to just right click activity details and then further relationships. Before this activity, whatever task will be assigned is called predecessor. On this activity, what task is actually depending, like site preparation. After site preparation, what I'm supposed to do, like excavation. So excavation is actually depending on site preparation. So that would be successor activity. Whereas on the other side, install underground water lines is depending on the excavation. So it would be the successor for excavation. So that is how it is going to get along while we are defining our relationships. So assign, here there is no predecessor yet. We will be coming back and we are going to assign. So here we are, assign, and excavation will be here, something like that. So as soon as I'm going to define relationships among activities, the train or the pattern will be portrayed over here on the other side of my bar chart. Then I'm going to click on excavation and assign. Okay, after this excavation, install this activity, and then clicking on the next activity one by one, I'm going to, because all these activities are loaded within that work package in the context of the concept that these activities are in a certain sequence as per the site execution pattern. So that is why it is very easy. The dependent activity, the next activity will be the successor of the previous activity. Okay, so here the next activity is actually farm work is depending on this one, and then the farm work, and you can see that, okay, concrete, okay, obviously concrete pour is depending on the steel farm work, right? And then farm and pour sub like this one, and that is how, okay, that's done. If I can squeeze this one, you can see how it is showing up over here. And now as soon as I'm going to define the, this is automatically going to change this one, right? So 22 days, because as per the calendar assignment, before it was 8 days. So we are going to settle it down as well. So moving on to the next slide, and here we are. Okay, so this is the complete strategy. Okay, so this is the automatic way in which we are going to assign. This is manual way, right? What is automatic way? Let me share with you people. Like if I'm going to supposed to link up all these activities, keep pressing shift button on your keyboard, and like this one, right click and link activities, right? And then click this one and like this way, okay, link activities like this one. And then this is the automatic way, right? And how to define the durations. In as per our BOQ, we need to define the man hours. If I can show you over here, this is productivity sheet. So this sheet you must understand. Before starting planning control, you must ask your client or consultant to give you such kind of sheet so that it is defining that layout and marking, excavation, how much these were, like 150, this is productivity. Like in 1 hour, 100 square meter layout and marking will be done with the help of these man hours, manpower, machinery, and materials like excavation, leveling. So this is the productivity. So total BOQ work, you can take this 45,000 from BOQ for this specific activity, that this area is supposed to be layout, right? This area is need to be excavated. This total quantity of work need to be done while doing this level compaction, right? So this total work will be divided by the productivity is going to give you the next total man hours. Actually, you are going to convert your total quantity into total man hours because this formula is given there, right? And then you ultimately need to define the duration. The 5 days need to complete this one, and ultimately it is going to define that how much daily man hour you require to utilize to complete this total 450 man hours, right? In 5 days, obviously you need to, because 5 multiplied 90 is going to give you this much, and this is coming from this one, and this one divided by this one is going to give you this is So if you are understanding, I hope I made it very easy, right? So that is how the equation is working. Budgeted units is equal to budgeted unit per time multiply duration. On the basis of this one, all the BOQ work will be divided by the productivity and going to give you budgeted units. Okay, and further, how many days you require for that? Because all your projects are like 1 year project. I'll share with you the detail that how the methodology will be there. A lot of people are going to suffer in that. Let's say your project has been awarded and it is given like you are going to complete that project in 1 year. So your higher management is going to estimate with the help of certain methodologies, like 2 months are enough for the design, then 6 months for the procurement, and the complete 10 months for your construction with overlapping methodology. Then further, you are going to divide the way you divided your project different kind of WBS. You are going to divide this, this complete project duration into level 1, level 2, level 3, and further on with at the level of activities. And same way, you are going to allocate your durations, and you are going to link up your WBS with each other as per the existing strategy. Your senior management is going to help you a lot. I'm going to explain all of these things in my full professional training. You can get the details from this video detail, and you can contact with my team there. I'm going to, because it will take a lot of time. These are advanced level kind of things. Many methodologies, many best practices, processes, documentations need many hours, need to understand. There are many lectures involved. In my live training sessions, you are going to be very expert in those certain things, right? So here I'm just giving you a basic overview so that you can enjoy and you can understand. It's very easy. It's not difficult thing, because on the basis of my 15 years of field experience while serving in construction projects, airport, oil and gas, I have made it very easy to go. Anybody can understand and start their own freelancing, remote jobs, or any kind of job in multinational company as a planner and scheduler. You just need to give me 2 or 3 months. Then it is my guarantee to prepare you as an expert level planner and scheduler. So I have loaded all the activities with all the links with available strategy of my company. The way they are going to execute this project, I have assigned all the durations to all the activities. This duration will be summed up and is going to give you the final duration of every WBS. A lot of people are going to think that we are going to define duration at this level, then it will be split it down. No, actually we are going to, this is called top to bottom, right? On Excel, right? On the other side way around, we are going to define this duration, right? And then we are going to break it down. This is called top to down or top to bottom. But when we are going to assign over here within Primavera P6, we are going to assign the duration only to the activities, right? And then this is going to sum up and going to give us that, this is kind of a reverse engineering. So that is how you are going to assign the duration. You can link up the activities with each other, and then you are going to link up all the WBS with each other. Like after foundation, your structure is going to start. Your senior management is going to give you this direction or instruction in a meeting. You are going to capture that instruction, and like after foundation, this is going to start, and you can see that how it is linked with your next activity. Right here we are, activity details, and here you can find the structure first activity. So that is how the last activity of foundation is linked up with the first activity of structure, and that is how both WBS are going to be linked with each other. So here I'm going to show you certain dashboards of Primavera P6. Now there are red color activities, there are green color activities. Actually, why there are red and why some of the activities are green? Let me tell you one thing. That this is critical path, right? Red color activities. What is critical path? The longest path in your project. And green color activities are non-critical activities, the activities which are carrying amount of float, right? And all these strategies can be shown easily if I'm going to switch this dashboard to the activity network diagram. And here you can see this important thing. If I can switch like this one and like this way, see, that is how you can see all my strategy. Now it is very easy to understand how my different WBS are going to link up with. This is my company strategy, right? I'm going to document in meetings. I'm going to draw on my simple diary notes and going to draw these boxes, which WBS will be started after which one. And I'm going to make it like this way. Primavera P6 is going to tell us after we are going to done all of these process, right? But we should make sure that whenever we are going to complete this procedure to link up all our project, because our major target is to produce the project closed network. Nothing should be left unlinked, right? Everything should be closed. That is called dependency model. This is activity network diagram. This is Gantt chart. If I'm going to click over here, see, again, same thing. And if you go through, like, you don't want to see any links over here, you just make over here this thing under enterprise. See, the links are gone. If you see, oh, where are my links? Something like that. You just click again this one, this option, right? And these are the basic things which I'm taking you along with this complete understanding of Primavera P6. And this is critical path method. Critical path method will be identified, and again, once again, I will repeat, this is not easy to cover this critical path method in simple 40 to 50-minute session. It's a complete methodology. So once again, I will suggest you people to join this live training in which you're going to understand. But here I'm going to tell you one more thing. I will get into the view, layout, open layout, because their layouts are going to help me a lot. I have critical path method based layout, because critical path method is going to tell you about your, the things which I'm going to tell you, like you can see over here. Let's say this is early start, early finish, late start, late finish, and total float. Total float is the amount of time an activity can be delayed without delaying project duration. Your critical path method, it's totally depending on two factors. The dependency of your activities are link-ups, and the second thing is the assigned duration. As soon as you are going to change any relationship, your critical path method is going to change. Zero duration activities in float column are critical activities, and that, total float greater than zero, it means the activity is non-critical. Okay, that is all. And your complete project planning scheduling strategy is depending on this concept, critical path method. This is actually driving your strategy, your cash flow, your resource deployment. Okay, so this is called level 3 planning. I repeat again, the time when you are going to load all of the activities, you are going to link up them, you are going to assign all the duration, the work you have done so far is called critical path method. Critical path method is going to control your project duration. The complete project duration will be controlled by your critical path method. Now we are going to move to the level 4 planning. Again, I will get back to, okay, my basic layout. Okay, this one. And okay, level 4 planning, what is that one? For level 4 planning, I am supposed to assign cost and resources. When your critical path method will be assigned resources and cost and man hours to justify this duration, it means you are doing level 4 planning. You are going to get into the more details, right? And how to do that one? You have to click on this enterprises, click on this resources, and then you can find over here the big trail of resources, but you have to produce your own resources the same way you have created your calendar, right? So here you are going to establish your resources one by one. First of all, you are going to click on this add button, move it on to the left side. Here your project name CCBA. Then you start developing your resources. Like just give me a moment. Okay, this one. Okay, your labor, your helper. Under this one, how many resources you require, just click and add this one. Helper, mason, you need your carpenter, you need whatever, carpenter, you need excavator, okay, you need concrete, okay, all the resources, no problem. Concrete A2, but the simple thing you need to make sure that once it should be, the dashboard should carry resource ID, resource name, resource type, unit of measure. But if you are missing something out of this, you can just right click over here and columns and customize, and make sure these basic columns should be given there. Resource ID, resource name, resource type, unit of measure. So when I'm going to talk about resource type, my concrete A2 is not labor resource. I can click and I can, because this is material, and okay. And when I'm talking about excavator, this is not my labor resource. I can change it to the non-labor. Carpenter is labor, labor, and labor. One more thing, these are only limited things I have developed. I hope that you can understand from this simple step that how to create your 100 more resources using the same step. So labor and non-labor will always be calculated on the hourly basis, but material will be calculated like concrete A2, how to calculate the quantification with a certain unit like cubic meter. So this unit of measure is only applicable for material resources like this one. I can go and I can see cubic meter like this one, and see cubic meter has been assigned. You got my point? So after that, you can go into the resource details one by one. Just make sure this is checkbox and the bottom layout window is opened. In general, you can find generally given things, codes, details, okay. And I'm sure that unit and prices is going to provide me the important two basic settings, unit of measure and the rate per hour. See, per cubic meter, I'm going to pay like 200 dirhams per cubic meter. And how, what is that, in the excavator, the per day rate is 100 dirhams per hour. And how many excavators my company is carrying on this project? Maybe 10. So if there are 10 excavators, they are going to multiply with the number of excavators. So that is the effort my company is carrying per day, right? So 80 hours. That is the total existing man hours. Many people are going to ask me that if company is carrying 10 excavators, do I need to develop all of them? No. Primavera P6 is going to work another way around. Why? Because that is going to calculate the effort the way I have just entered the value of total effort per day. You got it? So that is how you need to understand. So here I'm going to tell you how to assign resources after development of your resources, how to assign them on your activities. Let's say you want to assign excavation activity. Click on this one, activity details, get into resources, add resources. You just make your like excavator should be there, how many helpers should be there, like this one, and many resources you can as per your requirement, right? And then further you need to understand that these 24 days are being assigned to this activity. Now you need to justify these 24 days. Like if every day excavators are, there are 3 excavators are going to work like 30 hours, and like 3 excavators and helpers are 100 hours per day. So that is how 24 is going to multiply with 30 is going to give you total, because this is duration multiplying with budget units per time and going to give you total units. That is how it is gonna work, right? So every single activity will be given like this, and the same way the cost will pop up, right? This cost is not, if some case the cost is not given, you should check if I have given cost for the helper, like if 5 dirham per hour, get back to this one, okay? And if cost is not shown up, go to tools, recalculate assignment cost and recalculate. See, it is there. These are some small tips and tricks, simple, right? So that is how you are going to assign your resources. Why you need to assign resources? Because we need a certain value on our activities. On the basis of these values, we will be able to show up different kind of S curves and all that. Let me share with you the another picture of Primavera P6, how it is going to process your complete project into the shape of cash flows, vertical histograms, and all that, right? So let me take you on view, show on bottom, activity usage profile, and here we are. See, I have assigned all these resources on my all activities, and that cost, those man hours will be actually processing like this way, like this way. See how it is being shown. Let me explain this one. If I can right click over here, activity usage profile options, here this window is actually graph. I can change my outlook of this dashboard bottom layout window by using major lines, minor, dotted, solid, and so on, like this one. See, I can change the background color like from white to the orange, and like this one. See, but I don't need such kind of change. Just for the sake of information, I did it. And okay, apply, and that's done. The second thing is data. I'm more concerned how to understand. Either you can show these vertical bars and S curves in the shape in the context of cost or man hours. And if I'm going to show either of the, one of these given values, I can make different kind of combinations, either only for labor or non-labor, material, or I can use only one of these one or make the total. For units, I can make the combination of labor or non-labor, only one at a time, right? And that is how you can see for labor. And if I can go for the non-labor, you can see two S curves like this way, okay? And this is going to show me the project funding requirements, right? This is project funding requirement over the period of time. And these are the baseline means planning phase, budgeted means planning phase, actual means execution phase, remaining early, remaining late are showing the difference between critical activities and non-critical activities strategy, right? How we are going to consume the total float. If I'm going to uncheck this one like this way, only S curve will be shown over here. So this S curve is showing me that how my project is going to consume the cost. You can see from here, it is a little bit bumpy, like a sudden requirement of the funds. If I can double click, you can see the amount will be here. If I want to see or utilize all the amount, I need to switch it to the spreadsheet area. View, show on bottom, and then activity usage spreadsheet. And here I can see that all that trends, S curves, and vertical bars or histograms are showing like this way. How to understand this sheet? How this sheet will be more practicable for us to understand the things. So let me share with you. So here we are, like right click, spreadsheet options, not this one, spreadsheet fields. And there are cumulative values which are actually representing to generate our cumulative values are for the S curves, and time interval values are for the histograms. And right now there are cumulative budget labor units. And if I want to see what is the difference between cumulative and time interval, again, these are the things you can understand easily with me in the live sessions. Okay, so budget table, okay, this one, and I will explain this one. What is the difference between cumulative and time interval? Cumulative, if I'm going to give you $10 for 10 days, like this is first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, like for 5 days. Every day I'm giving you $10, $10, $10, and $10. On the day third, I'm going to ask you how much I have given you on the third day. You will say me 10 days, $10. That is time interval. About that specific time period, the value relevant to that specific time period is time interval. But if I'm going to ask you how much I have given you till the third day, you are going to add these values as well. So 30. So that is the difference. This is cumulative. Collective, the previous ones are already added, right? You understand? So that is how we are going to change this one and apply, and you can see that how this cost will be generated over here, right? So these are the basic things. That's how you are going to, see the things like spreadsheet. It's easy to understand. Go through and just make it change the time. See, like this way, time scale should be changed as per the quarterly basis, just to see the information more easiest way, and apply. And okay, that is how this is going to sample that cost at that level. See, and like this one. Okay. And as per, it is more easy to understand. And furthermore, how you can create different kind of cost breakdown structure over here. Let me share with you the power of layout. Open layout, yes, and then you can see cost breakdown structure. This is cost layout. Apply. I have manually added all of these columns already. These things are saved. Budget total cost, this total cost, labor cost, non-labor, material, right? So just make sure if any time your bars are gone. So you see, this is called cost breakdown structure. This is your total project cost, see, and this total project cost, see over here. Now this is non-labor, this is material, I have not given because just for the sake of understanding, I'm developing it. And you can see that the further breakdown is there, right? At every single level, you can see the details. At activity level, how the breakdown of that cost is given, right? At WBS level, it is rolling up and giving the summation and addition and total of that. Like in structure, you can see how this is going to add up and give you 153 like this one, right? So you can understand. That is how Primavera P6 is making more easy to go with planning and all that. And further, once it is done, there are many other features, activity codes, cost accounts, to make it easy for our project, like resource shifts, activity step templates, cost accounts, role codes, many things I have explained in my proper sessions, in which I'm going to take you in my 16 to 20 hours full training. If you are interested, you should must join one time in your career to give try to this training session, in which you not only going to understand about this project planning control with Primavera P6, but industry-based skill set. Because I have personally spent 15 years in the field, the way I'm going to take you through this training is really worthy to invest time and money. And moreover, I want to explain over here, it will not be only skill-based training, but also job hunting, how to prepare your job interviews, how to apply modern job hunting techniques. ATS, CV, LinkedIn will be the part of this training to execute your training with your job hunting strategy as well, right? And once we are done with this, all features basically I have gone through, you are supposed to close this project as a baseline. So what I'm supposed to do, click on this project, maintain baseline. Now I'm going to tell Primavera P6 before entering into our execution phase that this document should be saved. So execution phase is going to start. And as a planning engineer, there are certain steps we need to follow to prepare a documentation as a planning engineer. This is very important from the prospect of this interview. We need to prepare our planning documents, and we need to submit those documents to the engineer or the client. What are the planning documents? Your project schedule, in soft form, in XZR format, or in PDF. Okay, I'll let you know how to do that one as well. Then your S curves are cash flows, the way we have activated activity usage profile, resource usage profile is there. Okay, and there are spreadsheets, and there are many tricks we can understand how to take data from spreadsheet to Excel and customize our S curves. Then your activity codes, cost account based different kind of templates. You have to prepare all these documents and submit to the client or the engineer. Okay, you got my point? And then they are going to review it. If there is any error, they are getting back to you. But along with these documentations, you go with, there is submission letter in which you are going to address all the agenda, that what you are going to submit as per the contract laws. You are responsible from the capacity of contractor planning engineer. You are submitting this project schedule. Then narrative report will be explaining about the things, the complete comprehensive report, which is going to explain that what are the calendar settings, what are the schedule settings, right? So like these screenshots would be there. If you can click over here, calendar, like this one, this screenshot should be captured in your narrative report, so that people who can't even open this soft format, because only those people can open this XZR file, which you can find over here, file, and here import and export. These features can help you to create Excel based formats and PDF based. For PDF, I can share with you. You can just make it a file and extend this one. This is print, right? But before that, you print review and how it will look like. See? Okay, I hope you can see right now. Okay, you can see. Okay, and then I will close this one, and okay, that's fine. See, so only you are going to make Control P on your computer. It is going to, like this one. I'm going to press File, Control P, like this way around, and it is going to ask me. If it is not selected, you just go and select PDF and okay. And it is going to print. There are some settings you need to do before make it print. It is not directly going to on your printer. It will be saved first in your computer. Give the pathway where you want to save it. So this would become your PDF. You can say print your S curves, spreadsheets, whatever you want. Because inside the file page setup, you can find this window options. Here are your Gantt charts, all this dashboard. But if you open over here, S curves, something like that, again you can get back into page setup. Now you can see into the options this profile. You can uncheck this one and only S curve. This profile, S curve, activity usage profile, the same thing. You understand? So again, I'm just going through so that you can have. So you have to prepare all these planning documents. PDF, XZR means anybody who's working in another head office, client, consultant, he want to review your project in detail way, like the way we are compiling it within Primavera P6. So you need to transfer XZR file, right? So that is how it will be like: file, export, select top, next, project, next, and then next, and give the pathway and finish. And once it's done, you can see the things done over here into this. See, this is the file, right? And That is how you can then further on, you can import this file like this way. Next, and you can take, you can email this like this one. You can go to back to your pathway, select this one, open, next, and like this way, right? That is import export. So these things you are going to submit to the engineer, and then they get back to you. If it is approved, then you need to set up your baseline. That is a procedure you need to follow. So project, maintain baseline, this window will pop up. Click on this add button. There are two options: save a copy. Yes, the first option. Click on this button, okay. And here we are. Just name it initial baseline, initial baseline, BL, or whatever the name. Baseline type, initial planning baseline, okay? Because there are different types. We know that in our construction industry, the first baseline would be named as initial baseline, primary baseline. It doesn't matter, whatever you name it, right? So this one, close it. Okay, the second step, project. The second, the right above the maintain baseline, there is assign baseline. Now you need to make sure that it is assigned. Like project baseline should be the same thing, and primary baseline, like this one. You understand? Close this one. Okay, it's done. And after that, you need to make sure that right click over here, bars, and here you need to make sure that your primary baseline bars are okay. See this one? If it is unchecked, you need to check box. You need to change the colors for your bar, whatever you want to do, it should be there. So see, every single bar is carrying underneath a yellowish thin bar. You can understand it easily if I can again uncheck it and apply, and okay, see, now there is no bar. So again, check box this one, apply, and now you can see what is the benefit to assign this baseline. Once I'm going to assign this baseline, if anything I'm going to change, like from 7 days to anything, so if I'm going to put here 12, so what's going to happen? See, now you can see the slippage. All the underneath bars are on the same place where they were during the baseline, but all the above bars, the logic has been changed. The red bars are slipped away. This is called detracking or slippage. So that is how Primavera P6 is going to preserve your baseline data. And now once it is assigned, your execution phase will be considered as already been started. If you're going to change anything, it is going to show you the slippage or variance. So I hope this complete video is going to help you a lot. I promise to make it 40 minutes, but I explain many other concepts from Excel which make it like around 1 hour. And I need your support. Show your expression of interest and kind of feedback in the comment area. Right there, planning engineering Primavera P6, as much as you want. You can write there. That is your support from your side. Moreover, if you want to become a good planner, either you are in America, UK, Australia, Canada, or in Gulf region, I help all the learners from very basic level to the professional level with live sessions as well as self mode with trainer support, with all the real project study, with job hunting modules, with the LinkedIn optimization, that after learning the skill set, you don't feel like I'm not getting the work. You should be given all these practical modules which are going to help you to find a job on the basis of the skill. So don't wait and just wait for any kind of thing like it's going to happen, magic going to happen for me. Just enroll in my upcoming session and make the magics after learning this session. See you in my next video.